GMB's Susanna Reid brutally shut down by Labour Minister as NHS pay row erupts. Good Morning Britain presenter Susanna Reid quizzed Government Minister Stephen Kinnock over whether the NHS will receive a 3% pay rise this year. Good Morning Britain host Susanna Reid clashed with Labour MP Stephen Kinnock over whether or not NHS workers up and down the country will receive a 3% pay rise this year. Chancellor Rachel Reeves is facing further pressure from millions of public sector workers following recommendations that they should be offered a 4% pay rise. The proposal has been put forward by the independent pay review body, which represents 514,000 teachers, for the rise to be close to 4%. Meanwhile, the body acting on behalf of the 1.38 million NHS workers has put forward a 3% rise. It has been reported that the increases were higher than 2.8% rise that the government has planned for and will have an effect on public finances. On Monday, April 28, the dynamic duo welcomed the Minister of State at the Department of Health and Social Care onto the ITV show to answer some of their burning questions. One of the leading topics on the ITV show was about the recommended pay rise for public sector workers, including teachers and NHS workers. She began, "Right, let's talk about pay. You will have seen the report in the Times which says there is a recommendation for 1.3 million NHS workers to have a 3% pay rise. The Chancellor has not budgeted for that as we understand, but will she agree to it?" The politician replied, "Well, I'm sure you'd understand that I'm not going to conduct these negotiations on a TV interview. We are considering the recommendations of the pay review body. We, of course, last year sorted out the junior doctors' strike. We got them off the picket line and back to the front line. As a result of that, we're seeing waiting lists dropping now for 6 months in a row, even through the winter period. And we're starting to see a massive increase in diagnostics, lots of other really good results in terms of settling with GPS and moving forward on dentistry, moving forward on pharmacy." It was at this point that Susanna reminded him, "You couldn't counter on strike action, could you, because that would set your waiting lists back further?" He simply replied, "Well, absolutely, nobody wants to have strike action, and I would, of course, urge all of our colleagues in the trade unions to be at the table to engage with us constructively, but to also recognize that this is a government that's all about putting more money into the pockets of working people. Look what we've done with the national living wage, interest rates falling 3 times in a row, sorting out the deal with junior doctors. We are absolutely about putting more money in the pockets of working people, but we have to do that within our physical constraints."